The disrespect is unmatched.
Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Black people, good to be Black in the land of the living again. Welcome to the Jelly Moose's Cafe, Yemima's World. I'm your hostess, Yemima, and I know that clip it cut off at the end, but basically what the Queen was saying was the disrespect is unmatched. What disrespect? The disrespect of Black women. All right, so let's get into it because this one's going to be really short tonight, and I wanted to do it before I forgot. So I just finished my last night at my little part-time gig before I start a new gig on Monday. Um, but I want to go back to my first day. Now, I've done three episodes prior to this one on corporate plantations and how they're slave plantations. And so now I want to talk a little bit about on corporate plantations and the Black women on corporate plantations and what uh, things we face. We know the brothers, we know y'all face some bullshit as well. But the Black women seem to be the most disrespected person on the planet. We're also the most imitated person on the planet. People cosplay Black women all the time. You see gay men, black, white, brown, Hispanic, yellow, purple, orange, green, blue, black, it doesn't matter. Most gay men cosplay Black women. Um, you see white women cosplaying Black women. You see Asian women cosplaying Black women. So we are the most um, disrespected, and we're also the most imitated. So the first day on the job, we were in human resources. Human resources came in, and they were, of course, showing us videos and everything about the job and about the company, about the corporate plantation. And so, of course, they have to show you the videos about different times of harassment that goes on in the workplace and how they don't tolerate it. And so the video had three people that were doing the scenarios about the harassment. It was a Jewish woman, a Black woman, and I believe the man was Hispanic. He may have been Afro Latino uh, because he looked like a brother, but he spoke Spanish fluently. So he may have been an Afro Latino. I don't know. So they had three different scenarios. The first scenario was of a white Latino lady who was being sexually harassed by one of her coworkers, and they went through that scenario. The second scenario was of a white Jewish woman who was being religiously harassed at work by a coworker. The third one, you would have thought that since they had the white Latino woman who was being sexually harassed and the white Jewish woman who was being religiously harassed, well, you would think, okay, well, what are they going to come up with for us? So for the Black woman. So the Black woman that was being harassed was actually a man. He was transgender. I'm just going to let that sink in for a second. So I was offended because I'm thinking, so the only time Black women are harassed at work is if it has to do with the LGBTQ community, that is a transgender Black woman that's being harassed. So the let me see if I understand this. So the Latina woman, white Latina woman, she was a woman and she was being sexually harassed. And the Jewish white woman was a woman and she was being religiously harassed. So, of all the things that Black women actually go through on corporate plantations, we go through our hairstyles, whether we can wear it covered, whether we can wear braids, all of those things. We go through being called the angry Black woman. And so the disrespect of, of the Black woman is that they're not really a woman at all. I don't want to hear this. Oh, well, they're not. They're transgendered women. So so that's the thing that you came up with for the harassment of black women. So what did you think? That you would take the black person and you would wrap up all the rest of the harassment? So they're black is actually a man and the LGBTQ. So we wrap it all up in one black person. We just the rest of it. No, you can't harass them at all because they pretty much have all of this over here in the corner is theirs. You know, they're black, they're a man, they're a woman, they're LGBTQ, they're trans, they're this, they're that. So all of that wrapped up. But the black woman, and I'm not going to put a label on it, say cis or none of that. The black woman, you could not find anything that we go through in corporate that we are harassed constantly about? Nothing. Nothing? Okay. All right. So now I was sitting next to, they had me, we sit at like kind of call center. I was sitting next to a white girl, and apparently I knew that she cosplaying black women. She had the long nails, the long nails that the sisters wear, and people think that that's it's not a black thing. No, it is because it originated in Africa. There are pictures of our ancestors wearing the long, sharpened nails, and so that did originate with us. We know that white women, y'all can't really think of something like that. So she's sitting next to me. She has the long nails and she can barely use them. I'm like, well, at least the sisters know how to use the nails. She could barely dial her phone, and I could see she was having a tough time with them. So I could look at her and tell, I'm like, okay, so she's got the nails. And as I said in a previous video, go back and listen to one when I talk about corporate plantation and slave plantations, and how the corporate plantations, you very rarely see white women in these jobs. And if they are in these jobs, then they're of a couple of things. Either they were raised around black people, which is probably not it. They are what we call lower class white people. I won't use the word, or they are dating a black guy. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, okay, so doesn't look like she was raised around black people because her dialect was not a black dialect. I said, oh, I bet $1 to a donut. She dating a black guy. So when we leave at 9 o'clock, sure as shit, he's waiting for her outside of the car, and she gets in, and she's with this black guy. So yeah, the disrespect. And not she's disrespecting, because you date whoever the flip flop you want. Men, just let you know this, black men. 9 times out of 10, you guys go and you do that, and that's whatever it is you want to do. If you're doing it just to have something to do, be careful, because sometimes we're not letting y'all back in. A lot of black women don't like to date black guys that have, skied the snow trails. So I'm just saying. But yeah, it was very disrespectful. I think I felt disrespected. I felt offended that in this harassment video that the black woman was being cosplayed by a transgendered woman. That you didn't even really go into any of the things that black women, again, the harassment that we face in corporate America, from our hair to what they consider us having an attitude, um, just different stereotypes. So I was offended. The black woman, we're the blueprint. We are the blueprint. We are the blueprint. So just want to come on really quick and just talk about it. Until next time, stay black. Love each other, love yourself, give each other grace, give yourself some grace. Stay healthy and stay safe. Till next time, peace.
The disrespect is unmatched.